So it's welcome to Cobham. Seán O'Connor reporting live here from the training ground at Chelsea Football Club. The Chelsea players have just come out for their training session there, as you can see behind me. It's a relatively young squad training there behind me, and we're just after hearing from Enzo Maresca in his pre-match press conference. A press conference that was really dominated, of course, by the bombshell news on Wednesday that Ukrainian forward Mikhailo Mudryk had failed a drugs test. He's now serving a provisional ban. He's not allowed to train here at Cobham. He's not allowed to play for the club until further notice. So yeah, the press conference was really dominated by that news, of course. Enzo Maresca really supporting his players, saying they trust him, they believe he's innocent, and we'll have to wait and see what comes of the result of that B sample. But according to FA rules, he could face a 4-year ban from football. But Enzo Maresca today totally defending his player, backing him, and saying he doesn't think this will mark the end of his career at Chelsea. Of course, signing in January last year in a really high profile move worth €70 million, but the 23-year-old cannot play for the club until further notice. He was in really good form in the Conference League for Chelsea so far. Started each of their first 4 games with 3 goals and 3 assists, and he was set to feature again against Shamrock Rovers on Thursday night, but he will play no part in that one. Just concerning Shamrock Rovers, there was time at the end of the press conference for some questions from the side from the League of Ireland visiting London here this week. Enzo Maresca complimentary of Stephen Bradley's men, saying he's watched 4 or 5 games. He watched their games against Sparta Prague in the summer, and of course their really impressive 1-1 draw away to Rapid Vienna a couple of weeks ago. He said they defend in a block. He said they have a couple of good players, but he didn't name anyone specifically. But one Chelsea player that is familiar with Shamrock Rovers player is defender Tosin Adarabioyo. He used to be a teammate of Jack Burns at the Manchester City Academy a couple of years ago. Said he has really fond memories. Said the Shamrock Rovers midfielder was quite the character in their time in Manchester together. So they'll be reunited tomorrow evening at Stamford Bridge. But just in terms of the Chelsea team, as I said behind me, they're training a relatively inexperienced young side. Chelsea are of course top of the Conference League, 5 wins from 5 with 21 goals scored and just 4 goals conceded. So far they come into the game off the back of a Premier League win last Sunday against Nathan Collins' Brentford, and their last Conference League action was a win all the way over in Kazakhstan, 3-1 against Astana, in a game that saw 6 teenagers make the bench and 5 debuts in that one. So we asked Enzo Maresca, was that going to be similar enough against Shamrock Rovers tomorrow night, and he said tomorrow is a good opportunity to of course give his younger players another run out. So probably not a lot of names, a lot of Irish supporters will be familiar with. A lot of the up-and-coming stars here at Chelsea hoping to make an impact from Maresca's side tomorrow. But of course for Shamrock Rovers, an absolutely massive night awaits. They already have secured that February playoff for the last 16. Chelsea have coasted the Conference League so far, as I said, and are set to obviously hoping to top the group and finish off with a win over Stephen Bradley's men tomorrow. Around 3,000 Shamrock Rovers fans set to pack into Stamford Bridge, and what could be a pretty feisty atmosphere. Tomorrow's 8 o'clock kickoff. So an absolutely remarkable way to end their year under the lights at Stamford Bridge on Thursday evening. So Chelsea just beginning their training session here at Cobham, about a 45-minute drive southwest of Stamford Bridge there, as you can see behind me. And here at the Irish Independent, I'll have all the latest ahead of a massive night for Shamrock Rovers. I have a piece from Enzo Maresca's press conference up at the website now. Shamrock Rovers will train at Stamford Bridge at around 6:30 this evening, and we'll hear from Stephen Bradley as well. Obviously, reports in the last couple of days he's linked with the vacant Millwall job. Obviously Millwall not too far from Stamford Bridge as well, so you can keep an eye out for that and much more as we build up to an absolutely massive night for Shamrock Rovers against Chelsea.